Now let's see if these Colossi, 2 Colossi, let's see what they can do. It is 0, 0, 0 upgrades for Inca. It does have the Guardian Shield down. And the Guardian Shield is going to recede in just a couple seconds because he pulled back and pulled forward. We do have Ghosts in the mix, and Force Field's going down. 1 Viking out. 1 Colossi. Both Colossi have no shields, and this is just a little bit of a poke. This Viking might get a few shots off, but I think this Viking is about to die. Colossi taking a few initial shots at these Marines and Marauders. Force Field's going down, separating the bio army of Maka. Looks like 1 Colossi goes down. The second one is alive at the moment. SCV's coming off the line. The second Colossi needs to be focus fired. The Force Fields are in the way of the bio army. 1 Viking out, but not just too late. The Colossi did do a lot of damage. This bio army is taking massive amounts of damage. Stalkers, though, are in the blue. 1 in the orange. Looks like these Stalkers are going to get focus fired. They're not focus fired. They're just going to get shot down in the face because of the defender's advantage. Barracks easily able to defend and reinforce that army. But meanwhile, we have a factory just hugging. It is humping the gateway, humping the warp gate. It is saying, "I love you, warp gate. I want to make friends," and it is just hanging out. This is the kind of friendly camaraderie. I mean, I've never seen this before. I don't know. This just seems like just kind of like, hey, Inca, you're my good buddy. I'm gonna land a factory in your base. Woo! I hope I'm not annoying any of the audience here. That's just my guess. And this is a very friendly and fun game going on right now. And Maka is now going to clean up the expansion from Inca. Inca has to run away with his probes. Does he have enough gateway units to support this? He doesn't have 4 gateways and 1 robo bay, robo facility taking in some Colossi. Just 2 Phoenix, just 2 Vikings out for Maka. Interesting, because many players, they build like 2 starport with reactors, and I just saw a Terran player lose by building way too many Vikings against just a few Colossi. White Raw only had like 3 or 4 Colossi. You'll remember this DreamHack game. It was versus anyway, it's versus somebody, and yeah, it's just like, but Maka, on the other hand, look how he's building these Vikings. Just a couple of Vikings for this, a few Colossi, but we'll just have to see. Protoss is pushing out, taking care of the blue, and let's go into the units lost tab. Looks like actually the Protoss has lost more units. In the army tab, looks like Protoss though is ahead, 81 to 74, 81 to 70. 79 to 85. It's about even, I'd say. 1 Marauder just stimming it. And then the Colossi goes down. That's the second time in this game. Maka has, the first time was the Void Ray down to like 7 health, and this time that Colossi was sniped down. Maka does not want to let any of these units escape with their life. You get it down to red. You've got to. He just is an amazing, just like, oh, I love how he just ran against that Colossus with that, just stim that 1 Marauder, and 1 Marauder, you know, because that Colossus, Protoss, remember they recharge their shields. If that Colossi was allowed to escape, that Colossus could have escaped. It would have had half of its health back, and Maka definitely did not want that. Let's look at the base of Maka, see what his next plan is. He's been very Marine Marauder heavy, with a few Medivacs and Vikings, and now he's had a Ghost Academy for a little while. Does he intend to get a 3rd base at any time? No, it looks like he just is building more Marines. Could we see a tech switch, though, to maybe Banshees or any more higher tech units? I don't really see that. I just see double Vikings coming out. And it looks like Inca has his 3rd, and it doesn't look like Maka knows about it. He's got to know something is awry, though, because he is scouting with these Marines. Let's just look at the view of Maka right now. Looks like 1 Marine, he's a little bit, Stalker's pushing up, and he's reacting with his army, moving into position. And he hasn't actually scouted the 3rd of Inca, so we're in a bit of a lull. And we're actually 20 minutes in the game, and the army count is extremely low, hovering around 100 for both players. Usually by this time, you can have like a maxed army for both, but looks like we have a little bit of a cute drop here in the expansion of Inca. That drop will be repelled by some zealots. So nothing too big, but it does kind of stay the force of Inca, and I think that Maka does know about the expansion now. He's dropping, but has got to... don't sacrifice your Marines and Marauders, Inca. Yeah, get out of there. Let them survive and to fight another day. If we look, one Marine is tilling here, and just Marines spread around the map to spot the incoming forces. And it looks like we have a stalker here to see when the timing of the third base comes down for Maka. Maka is now probably, he is mined out in his main base. We see salvage bunkers getting a couple of minerals, and we have, I don't see another expansion going down for Maka. Interesting. He's deciding to stay. Okay, now here comes the big push. He stayed in his base for quite a while, built up a big army. Now he's moving out, and he's going to try, and what he has to do is do a lot of damage with this Terran death ball of Marines and Marauders. I could call it a death ball, even though it may or may not be a death ball. Oh, like one Phoenix just going out to scout, but we'll get shot down. He needs to make something happen right now, because he does not have a second base. Inca's on 2 bases. Maka's on 1. Maka, you've got to win right now. Otherwise, you're going to fall way behind in economy, way behind in food. Maka is ahead by 30 food. Can he make it happen? Can he make it happen? Does he have enough Vikings? Does he have good positioning? I don't know. Force fields may separate the Spy army like it did in the last encounter. Vikings are coming in, trying to get some shots off. Colossi are coming in, trying to get some shots off. Colossi on both sides. Vikings don't know where to go. They don't know who to shoot down. They are shooting down this Colossus. You got to shoot down these and run away with these units. Okay, Vikings are... I feel like the Vikings and Colossus are pretty much the big who can get what units, who can win. Can Inca win with the Colossus? It looks like he's losing one and another one. I don't think this Marine Marauder force is going to be enough, though. They're way too low in health. The medevacs are trying to heal them, but I think that Inca's going to be okay. He's going to be able to reinforce right now. Inca, move away your probes so they don't all get shot down. Or just attack with your probes, but Inca can reinforce, and Maka is streaming in reinforcements. Look at these Marines and Marauders streaming in. He has to win right now, otherwise the game is lost. Otherwise it's going to be GG, because Inca does have a third base up, and it comes down to these last few units by Maka. If we look at the army count, Maka's down to 30, was up by 30 food. He's now down, thanks to the Colossi. And it's the GG from Inca. Holy moly. Oh, your caster is absolutely wrong. I cannot believe it. I think I have no idea how Inca lost, because I just read wrong. Well, that was exciting nonetheless. Forgive my mistakes. I was reading interestingly enough, I was reading blue for red and red for blue up in the army count. And I think that's an easy mistake you can make. But Maka, extreme aggression, went all in with that push and just seemed to succeed. Inca couldn't respond. I think that if we look at the unit count, Inca just lost all of his probes. But, he was up. I don't know. These probes were just kind of hanging out in his base, but he did have 14 probes, some of them here. Maybe he could have warped in some more units, but no, let's look at this blue stream of Marines and Marauders in the base from Maka. I think it was pretty close. I don't know. I still think that Inca kind of could have stayed in there for a little bit longer. I really thought Inca was going to win. Oh, man. That was a fun game to cast, and do tune into more Galaxy replays, and do check out DreamHacks. I don't get anything for plugging DreamHacks. I do think it's a fun tournament, though. It's going on right now in Sweden. Today was the first day, the round of 32, that they streamed live, and Day 9 is the host, and hey, go check that out, and let's see. Leave your comments, suggestions, and questions, and good day.